What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Blue Eyes in the new TCG format with the new Miko, the new World Chalice Synchro Monster level 5, right? Anyway, Blue Eyes danger, well, as seen in the comments like in previous videos, is that I know some people don't really like splashing in the dangers because, well, a couple of reasons, right? Most of all because of they're quite expensive here, but well, it's dangerous, right? Every previous format has its staple cards, and dangers currently, especially in the new TCG format, feel like, well, I don't need to explain them, but they do so much for this deck and for other decks as well. Increases the consistency, increases the speed of the deck, it gives you more monsters on the field to go for your first Link 2 summon, and of course that facilitates your, your standard guard dragon play. It does so much for the deck, and again, it increases the consistency, the speed, etc. So running the dangers again just does so much for this particular deck and for other decks as well. That's how it is. That's how Konami wants it, right? Otherwise they would have already hit the danger engine, right? Anyway, this is quite standard, this is nothing really new, right? But again, give me one solid reason why Yugioh is still unlimited here in the TCG, or not once per turn. I mean, it's just a crazy card. Again, just keep abusing your small white stone. Again, also a card that's not once per turn. Keep searching your regular Blue Eyes, right? That's basically free cards to send back to your deck with your second Yugioh or the first or second Yugioh, right? So you can keep abusing your small white stone, and then depending on your extra deck, which multiple negations you have in your extra deck, going for like 2, 3, well, definitely 3 possible negations, maybe even 4, depending on your setup and dangers and how many hand traps your opponent had to prevent your field from potentially coming through. It's not that hard to make this particular field. Any IP play, or any Miko play during your first turn can potentially result in this particular field. You do need extenders, but as you saw, like 70% of the deck is like extenders, and I'm looking at dangers, I'm looking at all the reborn cards. Just putting an extra beatstick body on the field to give you an extra monster for the Link play, right? That's more than enough. You can definitely play around 1 hand trap, but 2 might be a problem. Anyway, going second this time, the deck can definitely go first, go second. Optimal is of course going first. Then your opponent can only interrupt you with that potential hand trap, right? Anyway, so going second again, and that's definitely a good start, but I don't think this was my best game. A couple of mistakes, maybe. Again, feel free to point them out. Definitely want to learn here from my plays and from my mistakes. What could I have done better? Luring out a Dolka, maybe put a bigger beatstick on the field and go into the battle phase first to force out a Conductor, threaten the Dolka at least, but yeah, whatever, right? He's going for a couple of special summons. Eventually we'll just go for game with, 3 monsters in defense position. The Conductor will just deal free 3k damage if it wasn't for Link Rebo. I believe it's only 2k, but he does have enough beatsticks, enough attack points, right, on his side of the field to eventually attack for game. So again, not really sure if I could have done other plays, maybe not force the Dolka out as what I did before, but yeah, anyway, so going first again, I'm still playing the Sages, normal summon Surge like the level 1s. It's basically your tuner, or one of those tuners you can definitely normal summon, and then it's you want to have any level 4 follow-up play, and that can be one of your dangers, that can be Nessie, right, that can all result into a potential another level 4 on your side of the field. Say for Collapse Serpent, White Burst Star, or all potential level 4s on your side of the field to make that first turn Miko, right? Your first turn IP Synchro Summon, and that searches out your monster Reborn for Guard Dragons, and that potentially can set up your Guard Dragon place, if you have another extender, as in basically your whole deck, right? Anyway, so his field now doesn't seem that strong. He did have 2 hand traps already during his first turn play, being the No Material also. And No Material definitely great, targeting the, Miko But still, thanks to his Stealthy, I believe the name is, bouncing back the Ip, and you know, I'm able to go for Ip a second time and main-decking that World Chalice Guard Dragon here. A very solid card. It's a free special summon off of Miko, and at the same time it's Setup Father in your graveyard, and it's basically a free monster reborn for any normal monster, being a Blue Eyes, right? A free level 8 summon to your side of the field, increasing your Link plays, increasing your rank 8 Exceed plays, maybe Synchro plays as well. Miko is just made for this particular deck, and now we knew, well, thanks to Bigfoot, I think, and you know, that's where the dangers come into play. Going second also is getting rid of your opponent's cards, monsters, spells or traps with Danger Thunderbird or Danger Bigfoot, getting rid of their threats and shutting down the Roar, Solomon Great Roar, by destroying the Link monster. And now again, it's basically Child's Play, getting basic combo, same old combo. Getting a double Yugioh, getting those extra draws, and you know, eventually you're drawing into your extenders, into your combo pieces to eventually attack for a game. So again, going first, basically the same combos, right? Standard, no hand trap this time, that makes it much easier. Again, the same standard combo of going for Miko. Miko eventually will get the Surge and of course the special summon, and it gives you 2 small dragons. Well, if you had another extender, again, basically your entire deck being one of those dangers of going for your generic Link 2 summon indeed. That can also be the Tour Police, I believe, or Patrol, Tour Patrol, you know which one I mean. Basically any generic Link 2 monster. Anyway, so the basic plays again, I'm not really sure which negates or how many negates I can go for. Probably like 3 or at least 4, I think, with Call by the Grave as well, like 5 potential interruptions. But this was one of the earlier duels when I wasn't playing the, what is it called, the Galaxy rank 8. You know, that negates monster effects. Very solid against something like Hand Trap, so dropping Azure Eyes as well. It's decent, but now I think I can only end with, yeah, 2 negates. Only two negates. Titanic Galaxy. The Archfiend as well. Well, I do have the level 9 Blue Eye Synchro negating a Grave effect. Again, very solid against Dangers and Orcust, of course, and the Call by the Grave. So, okay, 4 potential interruptions, but it could have been a little bit better, right? Instead of Azure Eyes to go for another rank 8 Exceed play, if I was playing that at that particular moment. Jality, okay, that's fine. Call by the Grave is going to interrupt the level 4 Orcust. What can he do? He's going for Dingrisu, but again, whatever, right? Probably should have sent Titanic Galaxy to the graveyard, but you know what would have been his place after this? No, well, yeah, he could have used the field spell earlier, but I don't think he would have had an Orcust in his graveyard to banish, so yeah, it's not going to matter, right? Here, this should be game, I think. Should be enough damage on board. No, not yet, but again, what can he do, right? Multiple negations still on my side of the field, so no reason to play on or go further. Last example, Cosmos, it has been a while. New format as well. Again, going first, and that's what I like here. Normal summoning Sage, searching or try to search out your stone against some extra fodder, right, for your dangers, and that potentially can force out the hand trap from your opponent, mainly Ash Blossom. It's Ash Blossom bait, so you can freely go for your dangers or, you know, Awakening Melody or something like that, some nice extenders. But basically, again, setting up your guard dragon, it's basically the same, right? Using Red Eyes Darkness Melody Dragon, ban list maybe. I'm looking at Sayuja. Why is his card still not limited? Anyway, so again, yeah, Quackimero Drago is also one of those cards that I might want to main deck as well. It's a very interesting card, but maybe not for most matchup, probably well suited for the side deck. Same combos, Levianer, you know which one I mean. Reborn something, also a crazy card. Going for the Boros, yeah, Savage Dragon indeed, borrowed Savage Dragon. No Blue Eyes level 9 Synchro because of the multiple negations here. You have Savage Dragon negating something, you have the Archfiend negating something, Titanic Galaxy negating something, so 3 negates and some extra protection here with Return of the Dragon Lord in the graveyard. What more do you need? Small mistake here. Should have used Archfiend's effect on the pot, but again, doesn't really matter too much. Still have Return of the Dragon Lords in the graveyard for the potential Dark Destroyer if he had the option. or you know, Dark or Raigeki, whatever. It only negates 1, but again, if in case of mass destruction, you would just use Titanic Galaxy or any other interruption or negation, right? So there is the Dark Destroyer indeed, banish the Cospo, oh yeah, Return of the Dragon Lords, and now I can freely attack with all monsters and go for game, negating the Dark Destroyer with Savage Dragon. So the deck is kinda crazy. The deck is weak to hand traps. I'm running, I believe, in the finalized version here, the version shown, 44 cards in a main deck, which is quite justified. There are a couple of quote-unquote garnets, bricks in your deck, as in the you know, the small world chalice card, the one you want to summon off of your Miko when it's sent to the graveyard. Drawing it, it's not really too optimal. You might want to run like second main deck copy, but 44 cards is definitely well suited for this deck. Maybe dropping like 1 or 2 cards, but like always, feel free to leave feedback, guys. Okay, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.